Hello tankers and welcome back. You're with 48 Ton Ruckers for week 2 Supremacy wrap up. The Asia server count-in battle competition continued. We had 17 active games, 37 new names added to leaderboards, and already a couple of players are starting to branch out and forge ahead of the pack. It was a tough week. I was shut down consistently and ruthlessly anytime I tried to make a move or appeared on the Reds' radar. It was tough. There's also a lot of pramo flying around too, as evidenced by this first gameplay in my E100. Let's roll clip. Before week 2's games kicked off, I confidently asserted that as word spread we were doing Supremacy and more players took part, we'd see less overlaps with the refs. And then the very first game of week 2, which was this one, we had all 4 refs in the one game. Brendan there on my team, Brendan 2015, Pimp Daddy and Snake Eyes on the red side. At least they're even. So E100 and German vehicles, a bit of a tough sell really for this kind of event. Premo is prevalent, and if we ever get clan wars, that's just going to be what we should expect, because in a competition people want to bring their best, and that includes the best ammo possible with the biggest and highest penetration. So whenever I play clan wars on PC, it's a premo fest. If you don't bring it, you're letting the team down basically. Now a lot of people didn't use premo. I didn't use any different ammo setup to my own regular pub match setup, but there was probably a little bit more flying around than normal. But that's okay, it's to be expected. Pimp Daddy there, side scraping in the IS-4, which is the right idea, but you can't side scrape against HE, and that second shot flew low and hit his weakest side armor there, resulting in a bigger damage roll, 330 damage thereabouts. Move into a side scrape position, but there's a lot of targets out there and the heat starts flying. My heat round against Josh dives into the terrain. I take 2 return shots in quick succession. It's not looking good here. Minimal shots on all targets. It's not a good position. Come on, Mr. Ouija, stick your head out again. There he is. This is not an advisable shot from even the most accurate guns, but somehow that one goes through. Good hit there, but we are being flanked on the left. We are about to have 6,000 DPM worth of Russian mediums into our rear here. One shot into that T62 as he flanks past. But they're in, and they've got clear shots on our heavies in the middle. We're about to lose both in quick succession. There they go. Russian mediums everywhere. And I don't think I'm going to be able to get back to my team in time, so I'm throwing it all in and try and dive down to this T62. Now watch this game troll me. I hold off my shot, I wait until he's taking up my entire reticule before I fire. Look at that. I think the shot came out of my barrel, went up, over his turret, down again, and then dived in the terrain behind him. Unbelievable. So that's not good. It's going to take me another shot to take down this guy. Carvin Marvin at the back there, unloading his entire supply of heat ammunition against me. Need an average damage roll here to finish off that guy. Yes. And desperately trying to optimize my armor here to counter these heat rounds, but it's just having no effect. 3 go through, and it's not a good position for an E100 here. I've got no height advantage, no potential energy advantage, and the Reds hold the high ground. What's this T-44 going to do? Is he going to charge in? He appears to be. He's going to take 2 shots though, unfortunately. Behind me, Carvin, scant regard for his bank balance, putting heat rounds through the back of my turret. Can't finish off the T-44, so I switch my attention now to Carvin, one through his front. Finally my arm angling starts to pay off. Bounce 2 shots here, 3 in a row actually, and then as a final insult, look at this. Yep. Thank you very much, Wargaming. Not even inside the reticule. So I missed out on the last bit of damage there against Carvin. It wouldn't have affected the outcome anyway. And that is the game done. 10 heat rounds received. A couple of bounces there. You can bounce them, but against a determined enemy, they will eventually whittle you down. Armor, not really a selling point for machines in this kind of competition, as the wolves circle our poor Jagdpanzer E100. No story would be complete without a 500% embellishment on the facts. Was it 10 rounds? Was it 50 rounds? I think it might have been 500 rounds of heat. Whatever. Good game, guys. Bad luck to our team. No awards for that match. As we move on to the scores, X1234, X Willong, Carvin Marvin and Josh 8 taking out the points for round 1 of week 2. 10 shots fired, 7 damaging hits, and just a few XP and credits on this game. So the big news on the scoreboard from week 2 was that Carvin Marvin had managed to pull off some kind of hero run, propelling himself 86 positions in some cases, up to 3rd on the leaderboard for damage and XP. The filthy gold round firing Scrub Lord had somehow managed to do 14,000 damage from 5 scores in just 1 week. An amazing week for the big man. But the secret to success for the leaderboard is consistency, and that is what our 2 leaders had. 2 consecutive weeks of over 10k damage means Chapo and Minamera are well out in front already at this point. In the middle of the board, players like Pro Decoy, Aegon, Hoodie, I Am Sam Rock had great weeks. They're also sitting pretty comfortably in the middle of the top 10. But players like Paropu and Nude Cutter were a no-show for week 2 and have dropped off. This second match is an interesting one, not because I played well, I don't, but because we have a second perspective as shown from the red side. You can see Pimp Cam down there on the bottom right, Pimp Daddy XR also in his IS-4 Russian heavy tank. It's going to be an IS-4 face-off. Our team all looking towards the dunes, and a quick look on Pimp's side shows that yes, the Reds are doing the same thing, all heading out towards the dunes. Again, multiple refs in this game, myself, Pimp, and Brendan. Brendan on my side, and Dim Kayan in his E50. Yes, you are on YouTube, congratulations. Now, Minamera, damage leader for week 1, is pushing the front line, getting early spots on. As I move into the dunes, not the best location for Russian heavy tanks. Limited gun depression means you really can't work them to your advantage, and it's hard to get shots away. Both teams just weighing each other up at the moment, and I'm about to waste a shot on this hold down T50. There it is, when I could have taken a shot at Carvin Marvin, who's about to poke over the crest there. Let's swap now to Pimp Cam. They are pushing this poor T54, who has got himself isolated from the rest of the team. And as Pimp charges in, the Death Star behind him belts this guy on the side. Pimp seals the deal. Back to me. You can see the Reds are pushing around, and I am about to go on a merry chase against Mr. Ouija. He's back, T54. And now looking back to Pimp's side as they flank around in the far southeastern corner of the map. They approach this T54 and he gets ruined. Another Death Star hit there. Not good. Back on my side, I'm trying to pin down Mr. Ouija, but he's a slippery sucker. This is not a productive use of my time in this top tier heavy tank. I really should be at the front line, soaking up hits. My thought was that I could help Minamera here, work down this guy, save Minamera's health, and then have time to push back and respond, but it hasn't really worked out. Teams are facing off again. As we look now at Pimp, he has seen that we've dealt with Mr. Ouija and he is pivoting back to engage me. Back to me now. Spot Pimp, angle. lucky to bounce a shot off my upper plate in the position it was in. And now we've got an IS-4 face-off. So I'm just holding off at the moment, waiting for, I thought Minamera would help me out here, or at least one of the T-54s. Look at this guy. Come on, man. Help me out. We've got a 2-on-1 situation. All I need is a second person to really ruin Pimp's health here. So I'm going to have to do it myself. Get a few lucky bounces early on. Two stubborn men refusing to fire heat rounds at each other. It's an all APCR battle here. Finally the T-54 is helping. God. I don't know why he just doesn't sit behind him. Why are you driving around in circles? Get in behind and use your DPM. He's getting some bounces now, putting some good shots on me. I've taken driver damage. Taking far too much damage here. Without the T-54, I may not have won this one. Take one last hit. It's costly. HE round to finish Pimp. Respond out of the rest of the game. Unfortunately, we've lost Minamera. Looks like the T-95 caught him just as he was about to take out the Death Star. And look at this. Again, T-54's cresting, getting ruined by Hesh. God damn it. And that's pretty much sealed my fate. Calvin Marvin puts a good shot in my left-hand side there. Retrade blows. Nice to see he's not using heat in this game. Yeah, the Doom Turtle is approaching, meaning my time is limited. One more hit on Calvin, lose the T-54, and it's just a matter of time now. I know the Death Star is approaching my right, but there really isn't much I can do. Execution! We played Reds and Pimp. Bad luck, team. So again, no medals for that one, but a decent amount of damage as we move now to the post-battle results. Minamera and Metro there from the PSU 31 clan picked up scores on my side, but on the red side we had an interesting result. I put down a prerequisite that to be included in this competition you had to first make sure you checked your stats on blitzstars.com. That way I could use the preemptive search to find players whose names were shortened, like this guy here in the FV183. So iPhone 2000 and something or other did not have his scores recorded because he obviously hadn't checked his name on BlitzStars. Now I definitely could have gone into this replay and found that name, but then I have to do that to everyone, and I was already flat out with the data entry from all these results anyway, so he did not have his score recorded. Calvin Marvin picked up a result though, as did the guy from the AXO clan. Well played. So it's a measure of how tough the games were and how badly I was playing, that those were the two best games I have to show to you for week 2. But it's not all for this week, because we've got a bit of bonus gameplay here sent through by Pimp Daddy XR in his IS-4 on Oasis Palms again. And this is where I'll leave you guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you all in week 3. Peace. So Pimp's game kicks off on the same side of Oasis Palms as the battle against me. It's a very Forumer-packed battle, this one. Lots of clan members and active guys on either side. Good to see. Also good to see guys in their tier 9s taking part, even if they don't have tier 10 vehicles. Now Pimp records on an older iMac. I'm not too sure what he runs. It's a laptop, Apple laptop. It's pretty old apparently, and he's also using an iPad mini, which results in this different aspect ratio you can see with the bars running down the side and a lower graphics setting. But this goes to show that you can get decent recording results even with a fairly basic setup. I'm pretty sure this is tethered with the lightning cable and running QuickTime. It's the most basic Apple recording setup you can pretty much get, and I recommend giving it a go if you do have that option. Send me the replays, why not? So Pimp's running a multi-repair kit, rations, combat rations for a crew boost, and adrenaline, the filthy scrub. Not my preferred setup. I like to take multiple repairs in heavy tanks, as you do spend a lot of time being tracked in position, and that gives Reds the time to aim for weak spots. Let's see how he does. Dark Voice here from APCRS. He's E50M. Oh, unlucky there, that shot dives into the terrain below his hull. He's backing away, but he's got a long way to go before he's in cover. There we go, there's a connecting hit. A couple of connecting hits, and Dark Voice is in trouble. He's just sneak away without taking any more damage there. Oh, spoken too soon. Pim shot into the terrain. And strangely Brown in the ST1 shuts him down. Now, I think that was a bit of a misplay there. Did you see that? He just used his multi-repair kit to heal a slightly damaged track. I don't know why you do that. If I had pressed that button then, I'd be spewing. Because now he's left himself without any repairs, as he takes on Snake Eyes here, who's spewing the heat rounds, as he does. And now he's tracked in position in front of an E100. Jamiroquai there in the E100, unlucky not to pen from that angle through his side armor. And that's why I take multi-repairs and don't heal only slightly damaged tracks. He's very lucky not to have lost a lot of his health there. He does take a second shot. He's got adrenaline on. And who's that in deep there? Hoodie, it looks like. Lots of meds rushing Jamiroquai now. He's not going to last long. No shot there against his well-angled turret armor. But the scores are even. Agon 5 in the STB up the back there. Haven't seen many of those medium tanks in this tournament. He's flanking wide. Pim's desperately trying to get in the cover. Lucky tracking shot. Dives into Hoodie. He's safe. Oh, Furious Fur taken down with possibly a double tap there with who was in the... might have been Brendan in the pattern, the Fatten behind him. And now it's just the Storm guys left. He moves to flank behind. They are well occupied at the front. Over the crest to take on Chapo. Good shot through side. Chapo's responded. Tracked him in position. He's in trouble. Woody to the rescue. No love lost between the Storm guys. Meaning Agon 5 is the last remaining guy, and Pimp takes that kill. So Pimp there coming away with the third class badge and Confederate award, with the points for this round going to Hoodie in the Object 140. Strangely Brown in his ST1, showing that you can do well in the T9 vehicle in Supremacy. Well played. And Chapo and Agon on the Reds team doing quite well with the damage as well. And that's where I'll leave you guys. Ruckus out.